Hi everyone, it's Jacinta from Posture Tonic. Welcome to our reformer workout focusing on obliques, deep core and abdominals. You won't need any equipment, so we'll just get started by setting our springs. Beginner, you're on a red spring, intermediate red yellow. Advanced, you could go a red blue, and then from there turning to face the back of the reformer, 4-point kneeling cat-cow. I want you to round through your spine, tucking chin to chest as you breathe out. Really tucking the tailbone and then dropping your chest down on your inhale, eyes looking forward. Moving back into that cat stretch, puffing that chest up, pushing down into your hands, and then softly unravel your spine as you look forward and tailbone tilts up. Beautiful. Let's take left heel to your foot bar now. Take a breath in, core tight. Exhale, extend that left leg and then resist it in slowly to return. So we're stretching left leg and bending it back underneath your hip. As you do this here, focusing on that upper body posture, we've got those shoulder blades spreading apart a little with arms straight and strong, and then find that squeeze through that left glute each time. Now hold the next one out, reaching right arm long, return the carriage halfway, then tiny pulses out an inch, in an inch with that left knee, extending a little, in a little, finding that deep burn build through that left side. Quad and glute, last pulse, then extend all the way out and return back in. Lowering that knee down underneath your hip, 4-point kneel. Now reach your right arm up towards the sky as you inhale and exhale, raveling it through underneath that left shoulder. We reach up on your breath in. Exhale to swivel the ribs for our thread the needle. That beautiful stretch through our upper back. We go again, reach up and through. Twist, twist, last one. Beautiful. Now we're going to take it straight to the second side. Right heel to your foot bar, core tight. Go again, extending the right side. Right leg lengthens and bends underneath you. Setting that upper body posture. Getting that pelvis alignment here. A couple more and then we take it to our pulse. So full extension for another 2. Last one. Hold, reach left arm long, return the carriage halfway and take those tiny pulses here, loading up through right glute and quad. Squeeze and press. Keep reaching that arm straight and strong. Just a couple more. Last one. And return the knee down underneath you. Left arm sweeps up to the sky, threading the needle, wrapping it through. Take that inhale breath, pushing down into the right hand as you swivel up and through. Last one. And through. Okay, let's come into our core flow now. Beginner, you're working on a blue spring, intermediate yellow, no springs for advanced. We're going to meet in a kneeling half plank with your hands shoulder distance apart, feet into your shoulder blocks. From here, begin by rounding your spine, sending your hips over your heels. Find that stretch. Hold strong through the upper body as you push the carriage out, finding a half plank, long line from the crown of your head to your knees. Slide the carriage in, reach right arm up to the sky, and then round your spine, both hands back to your foot bar. Press out through those knees, stretching long. Returning the carriage, left arm sweeps up and then hand down, round through your spine. So keep gliding that carriage out, finding that beautiful stretch as we take the arm up and then as we round through the spine. Nice, just a couple more here, making it nice and juicy through that spinal articulation. Again, gliding that carriage out, locking out that core, squeezing the glutes as you draw back in, reaching one arm up. Let's go one more on each side here. And last one, really spread those shoulder blades apart and then push down into those hands as you glide back in, reaching up. Beautiful work. Taking a little stretch here, a puppy pose, send the hips up and drop your chest down towards the springs. If you want to increase this stretch, just walk your hands down onto your platform and really going for it here, arching through that spine. And then ripple your spine all the way back up. Let's get into our oblique knee tucks now. Hands are shoulder distance apart. Lifting the knees, finding a nice full plank this time. Pivot your toes to the right side. And then from here, slowly tucking those knees to close the carriage. And then stretch the legs long again, finding that side plank. So you want your top right foot in front. You want your shoulders square to your foot bar. And then obviously your hips are opening up through the side. If this feels really good, we're going to take that top arm up towards the ceiling and using that left hand just to the center of your foot bar. Last knee tuck here. And then both hands back to the bar. Little hip dips here as we lower the hips, breathe in. As we lift the hips, breathe out. Strong push down into your palms. Squeezing into that sideways to lift. Last 3, 2, and 1. Let's find a beautiful stretch, pulling off that bar and pedaling out through the feet. Take one hand, wrap it across your reformer, taking a little twist and peeking underneath that armpit. Moving to both sides before stepping off your reformer. Let's come into some supine abs. You're on a yellow spring for beginner, intermediate a blue, advanced blue, yellow. You need your long loop here threaded through that inside leg. So the leg closest towards your shoulder blocks. Position your bottom in the middle of your carriage and slightly back. So as you lay down, you support your head. It'll be off the carriage. You want your shoulders off as well. Moving into a curl from here with those legs in tabletop. So core is on tight. We breathe out, lift the head and shoulders, and then inhale, falling over that carriage. So enjoy that extension as you release over the carriage bed. And then really fire up those abs on the way up. Curling up, sliding the ribs towards your hips. Nice, we've got about 8 more seconds here. We'll hold in 3, 2, hold in 1. Let's take one toe down towards the floor, alternating with the inside leg to outside leg, tapping towards the floor only as far as you can before your lower back starts to arch off your carriage. So drawing down through those deep abdominals, staying lifted. Maybe you'd like to reach those arms by your hips to help support this move. Really nice. We've got one more variation. Take those legs back to tabletop, squeezing your knees together for our windscreen wiper. So from here, allowing for those knees to fall from right all the way to the left. You're staying curled up, again squeezing feet and knees together, feeling that waistline for the last 3, 2, and 1. Release. You can lay over your reformer, stretching out those abdominals. Take a second here, and then coming up to change our springs for a reverse wheelbarrow. Setting your springs, blue beginner, yellow intermediate, no springs for advanced. We'll kneel with those shins and knees onto your platform, hands onto the middle of your carriage. Slide the carriage out and draw your navel in towards your spine, finding that long line. From there, sliding the carriage down the rails and then returning the hands back under the shoulders. As you open that carriage, make sure your abs are really tight. See how far you can open it. To then push strong down into your hands, squeeze under your armpits so your lats are engaged to slide the hands right under your shoulders. Only a few more to go here, so really challenge on that range. How much can we open that carriage? Keeping that core tight. Beautiful work. That was your last one, coming into a little stretch. Placing those elbows onto your shoulder blocks if that feels comfortable, and then taking a little tricep stretch with those hands releasing behind your head. Okay, we're going to even up those oblique knee tucks on the second side. So turning around, facing the front of your bar, and then extending those legs fully into that side position. Now we're in that side plank with your shoulders still square to your foot bar. Begin by sliding the carriage to close and then opening it out, finding that side plank. I love to have that right hand to the center of that foot bar. So then if you feel good, let's open up that left hand to the sky, really challenging that shoulder stability and working strong into that side waist. Give me 2 more. Little hip dips now, both hands to the bar. We pike the hips up a little and down a little. Exhale up, inhale down. Good, allow for that carriage to move in and out a few inches. Using that waistline to lift. Last 3, 2, and stretch on 1. Piking those hips up, enjoying that nice beautiful stretch through the back of those legs. You can pedal out through the feet, maybe round the spine arch. Okay, let's get down to business. Second side of those supine abs. We want to change our spring. It was yellow for beginner, blue intermediate, or a blue and a yellow for advanced. You're stepping your left inside leg through that long loop. You're positioning those hips to the center and slightly back from the edge, allowing for your head and your shoulders to be off the carriage. When you're ready, it's that curl. So we're going to make sure those legs are in tabletop and lifting from the upper body only. Focusing on drawing in deep through those lower abs, trying to flatten on the way up, and then enjoying that extension of your upper spine as you fall over the carriage. You can always adjust yourself and slide further back to get more range. We've got 2 more here. And then hold your next one, separating the knees, toe taps, single leg, taking 1 foot down towards the floor, alternating sides. Right foot lowers, exhale back up. Left leg lowers, exhale back up. Again, maybe reaching those arms by your hips if you need a little bit more support here. And you just want to really draw those abs down into your carriage nice and strong, imprinting your abs. Last one here, squeeze the knees and feet back together, windshields. We're taking the knees off to one side, taking that little twist and right to left. Good, try and stay curled up. You're almost through. Good, how far can we get those knees over? Last 2, last 1. And release, falling over that carriage once again, breathing in as you extend your spine. And then on your exhale, roll yourself all the way up, return that strap to the post. Okay, spring change for a reverse plank salsa hips. You want to have light springs, blue's your beginner, yellow's your intermediate. No springs can be your advanced option. We'll drop down onto your elbows, lifting your knees, pressing out into a full plank. From here, salsa hips, taking the hip from right to left in a big rainbow shape. Inhale as we dip the hip down. Exhale up through the center. Inhale, tap the other hip down. Good, keep pressing firm into those forearms. Hold strong through the center. Commando, lifting up onto the hands, lower down onto the elbows. Option to modify with those knees down onto your platform. We'll go down, down, up, up, lower, lower, and lift, lift. Good, option to have that full plank there if you would like it. For the last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome work, guys. Time to stretch it all out. So let's meet in a little mermaid setup here. So you'll want your front shin aligned to the front of your carriage, the inside leg just zigzagging across your shoulder blocks. Bring that inside hand to your foot bar as you reach that top arm up and over towards the foot bar. Enjoying that stretch. Returning the hand to the headrest as you take the inside arm up and over. And again, breath in, pressing the carriage out. This time both hands onto your foot bar as you square the shoulders. You might like to close the carriage, lift your chest, And open the carriage, drop your chest. Inhale to lift up. Exhale to melt down. Nice, let's take one more here. And hold this last one, reaching that top arm up and over. One last time, reaching over to the opposite way. Gorgeous. Let's swap to the second side. And again, we'll place that inside hand to the center of your foot bar. Breathe in, reach up and over. Breathing out to spiral those arms up and over towards the end of your carriage. And again, lift up, the carriage opens a little, and then square both hands to your foot bar. Again, if it feels nice, close the carriage, lift your chest, open the carriage, drop your chest. Two more here. Breathe in, exhale out. Last one. And hold, reaching one last time, up and over, and close the carriage, up and over. Beautiful work, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this abs and core reformer Pilates class. If you did, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and shout out to my members here. Thank you for your continued support. I'm Jacinta from Tonic, and I will see you back here for more Pilates really soon. Have a beautiful day.